Hi guys, this video contains blood and gore. Obviously no one has been hurt in the making of this, but if you are watching with younger viewers, then discretion is advised. Sure you don't want a beer?
Oh, honestly, I just have this one taste in my mouth I cannot get rid of. I came up with a joke though.
Go on then.
So, what would you call someone called Dawn who's bitten by a zombie?
Janice?
You call her Zombie Dawn, which is the name of this game.
That is an horrendous name.
Well, hopefully I'm still a dad. So, Zombie Dawn is a competitive game set in the zombie apocalypse where you and the other survivors at your table will be basically trying to survive 4 seasons and get out of Dodge before everything goes to hell.
Talking of 4 seasons, where's the pizza gone?
What pizza?
The ones we got earlier.
Well, I think if you check Will's cage, there's crumbs everywhere. Honestly, I can't stand the thought of cheese at the moment. Like if we'd got meat pizzas, that'd be nice. Not like cooked though, like
no,
bloody and raw.
Ooh. Anyway, on that bombshell, let's get it to the table.
So we are playing Zombie Dawn. It is Wilson. We start off with Spring, and players who play any zombie cards during this round will receive 1 experience point. Cha-ching. So Will is going to be playing action cards from his hand to do things.
Yeah, I'm going to do some moving so I can make it to here.
Wait. When an opponent group completes a movement action, I can move them up to 2 spaces.
Oh, it's already begun. So which way are you moving him? Can't go diagonal, but...
Can I save cards?
Huh?
Can
You don't have to. You don't have
No,
to.
draw another action.
Do you?
Yeah, it says draw an action.
Wow, amazing.
Well, I'm going to hold off now then.
Pull the face up. Yep, this guy pile right. Okay. Anything else, Will?
Nope.
I don't know if I can do any more, can I? Can I put zombies down?
You just know. So, to clarify what I just said to Will, you only play zombie cards when someone's searching somewhere.
Yeah,
This is
that's
something
what I
different,
thought you
okay?
said.
You can discard those cards to move yourself 2 spaces. For each
What?
card you discard, you move 2 spaces orthogonally. Is there an echo in it? Am I going crazy?
No.
Have I not just said all of this already?
No.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to discard this card to move 2 spaces. Actually, there. Then I'm going to discard another card to move another space there. Then I'm going to spend a card to search in this area.
Before you search.
Yeah. I mean, that is just a dick move when you're playing all 4 of them, Will.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Again.
Right, so we've got
Yeah.
clown zombies, we've got a couple zombie, a police zombie, a nurse zombie, and a worker zombie, and a partridge in a pear tree. Will is in the power station, and he's found all these guys in there because of this guy. Well, he found 4 of them in there, which aren't listed here. So, what's going to happen? Will has got 4 dice to roll. He needs 5s and 6s. How are you feeling, Will?
I'm going to die.
And Jamie, he has got 11 dice and needs 6s.
Keep going.
You have to lose an item if you try to escape.
Yeah. Keep
I'm
going.
going to escape.
Keep going. No.
He's escaping. Right.
No. Keep going.
Excellent. Right, so he's in the power station again, guys. He's got 4 zombies already in here, and now he's got to draw 4 cards from the deck. Oh, he's... Okay, most bike doesn't count. Okay, so you've already got an extra bunch of zombies in here. Okay, cool. So that's 1, 5, 6 extra. But they're going to get an initial attack as well. Okay, cool. Right, and then Jamie, you got anything you want to play? So, reveal 2 action cards per survivor in the target group. So now Will's got 2 of those guys.
But
So he's going to have to do 12, right?
Mm-hmm. 4, 5,
12.
So,
Oh, and he's also put down a bunch more.
So, we just finished a game of Zombie Dawn.
Well, you two just finished a game of Zombie Dawn. I just played a game of Get Will.
Yeah, I mean, I did feel sorry for Will because Jamie just basically enabled me to win by just attacking Will with any chance he got, which you'll see in the footage that we took of this. So, Zombie Dawn, it's very different to the other games we played. This is a comparison review to the other 9 games we've been sent from different publishers for King of the Zombies. So Zombie Dawn, it was very different in the sense it was, most of the games were about escaping zombies, but this one was more about getting a band of survivors and then trying to survive through several seasons. So gameplay-wise, Jamie, what were your thoughts? This wasn't a deck builder, which is different to a few games we played. It didn't have cards in it, I guess.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the actual gameplay of it?
I like to give a balanced review when it comes to these things. So in terms of gameplay, it was simple to pick up and easy to understand. For me, it wasn't really one or another of things. It felt like a bit of a resource builder style game in terms of you wanted to get resourcing, but then when you were trying to resource, there was a massive gotcha element in the way that you were attacking other players, and you weren't rewarded for attacking other players. So if you played the game in the sense of offensively, which I did, I lost considerably badly, which seems to me like the dynamic of the game is to attack you or attack other people, but then if you do that, you don't get any smarts for it. But
I think it's more about a deterrent though. Like the thing is with that,
it didn't deter me from doing it.
It didn't deter you to do that, but if you were playing to get victory points, like Will and I were doing, so like going and getting the areas, the deterrent would work there because like I didn't want to search sometimes because I knew you had a bunch of cards and I was worried you were going to use them on me. I knew Will had a bunch of cards, I was worried about that. And I think it's more about trying to stop people from doing things whilst you're trying to achieve your thing. And a lot of the time I was using my zombie cards to move.
Yeah, and anyway, it had the mission cards, and you had to have played it a couple of times to really understand what's going on. Like, is it a bad zombie game? No. Is it a zombie game that I would want to play again? No.
Just wasn't for Jamie.
It just wasn't for me, and I know you genuinely enjoyed it, and you liked it,
Yeah.
and we all enjoyed it.
Did Will enjoy it?
I died horrifically.
Did you enjoy it?
It was good. It was a good game.
Well, apparently wherever Will is, he enjoyed it. For me, it reminded me a bit of Z-Apocalypse. It was a bit of an abstract kind of resource management kind of zombie game, and it was very different from the other games we played, and I quite enjoyed that about this. It was a bit longer than the games we played as well, because most games we played are like 30 minutes to an hour. This one was about an hour. Maybe an hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah, I just wish that there was an ability to make those zombies more programmatic or more sort of automatic rather than a gotcha element to it. It just.
What do you think of the components?
Like components wise, again, they were in some sense the little tiles were fantastic, very thematic. Artwork, great. You know, it was themed really well.
It was a lot gorier than the other games we played, so I would say that this isn't one that you could probably play with younger children, but at the same time, some of the pictures are quite graphic. They're more kind of horror zombies than kind of cartoony.
But
the turn times are pretty good as well, right? Like it went round pretty quick.
It went round quite quick,
which is nice for a game
and
like
the
this.
seasons were quite cool. And thematic wise, it was all there. All the theme was there, and you had.
Did you like? But I wasn't sure whether you felt like you were kind of in a zombie apocalypse in this game.
I couldn't. I struggled to get into the game, and that isn't necessarily the game's fault. Maybe it just didn't catch my imagination tonight. But I think back and I look at games that sort of inspire me to want to play them, like Manchester Madness, Arcadia Quest, Western Legends. Those sort of are really immersive, and you feel like you're doing. Like Western Legends is a really good example because that's you're in a place and you're trying to be a cowboy and do cowboy things, and here you're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse, and there's no zombies unless you play them. And
That's true.
I can't get my head around that point, and It felt like it was trying to be a resource builder with a gotcha element to it, and it's either a gotcha game, in which case you weren't really being rewarded for playing that, or it's a resource building game, and actually the zombies needed to be more automated. And I think because we had a heated discussion prior to jumping on the air about
it wasn't heated.
but my view is that I struggled to find where it fitted.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because like there is a potential gotcha element. Well, not potential. There is a gotcha element. It's a competitive game. You are actively playing cards against other people to kind of against the misfortune, and you don't really get a benefit from that in like victory points wise.
Yeah.
Because you were playing a lot of cards against Will, you weren't getting anything back from that.
Yeah.
So in the end, you had like only a few victory points. Whereas Will and I, who were trying to achieve our missions to get victory points and acquiring skills, we actually managed to do that. We actually managed to like win the game because that's what we're doing. So I can understand from your point of view. From my point of view, knowing that you had to focus on getting victory points, skills, and in your missions, the fact that you were deterring people while you were attacking people, the reward out of that was stopping them from being able to achieve those missions or get those items that you wanted. My main criticism about this game, though, would be that you needed more survivors, and you basically had to search a green deck and a blue deck, and depending on where you were on the board, that's where you could search. But the problem is, there was probably 2 survivor cards in the green deck, maybe 2 in the blue, and you start off with 1 survivor. And when you're playing against other people like Jamie, who's got like a handful of 6 zombie cards, you need as many people as possible to be able to fight that off, or at least weapons or something like that. And the survivor cards were just they just weren't enough. So you felt poor Will, when he was going the last one, he had 2 survivors, and there's no way he could have actually got out of that unless we had amazing dice rolls. That's my main criticism. I think that the survivors, there could have been maybe more in there. Maybe like when you draw a survivor out, you reshuffle that deck, you put it back onto the thing. Just because it felt like you needed something else.
It to me, the one positive was that when you had that. Sorry?
One positive.
Oh, there are a couple of positives, but
the main positive
there is that when you had that interaction of all these zombies attacking another player, and you'd worked up the cards and you'd got the cards in your hand, that was great.
Was that worth the price of admission for you, just to beat Will with like 11 zombie dice?
Yeah, that to me, that I very quickly decided that the game I wanted to play was to gather cards to take Will out of the game, and because I wanted to see how easy it was to do, whether I could do that, whether the game allowed me to do that, and successfully that game did allow me to do it. And that's great. So in a sense, I've got the moral victory here. But
Will got a Pyrrhic victory because he went out fighting his little guts out.
But is that the game? No. And I am confused as to what the game actually is. So
put it on the statement for the game. I'm confused as to what that is. Yeah. This is very different from the other games. The other games have had a very, very clear identity as to exactly what they are.
Yeah.
This is more abstract, and I can totally get why this wouldn't be for everyone. I would say if you're a fan of zombie games and you're a fan of like kind of resource management and the kind of like maybe more of a survivor gatherings, Walking Dead style zombie thing, then Zombie Dawn's probably a game you should check out.
It's you know what the thing is? It's like anything in this board gaming community, there are so many games with so many different engines and dynamics and how they play. Like, I've not come across a game that plays in this way before. I really like the dynamic and the engine, but for everyone of me that's a bit not sure, there's probably 1,000, 10,000. You know, I can see why people would enjoy the game and why it's a massive positive. And you've enjoyed it and will. So 2 out of 3 people really enjoyed the game. Unfortunately for me, I just didn't rate it.
And you know what? That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Even if we have heated debates about it before we come on camera. Excellent. So we will obviously be comparing this with the other 9 games in here.
Yeah.
And we will be after our next video, there will hopefully, if we're still alive, we'll do a top 10 games that we've been sent, which are zombie themed and where they rate. You want to do the fine print?
Yeah, so apologies to the game publisher who sent this game. I feel awful that I didn't enjoy it, but it is what it is, I suppose. But take some...
2 out of 3 people who played this game this evening enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed it.
And 4 out of 4 people who played this the other day when I played it really enjoyed it. So there we go.
So yeah, but make sure you catch us on our YouTube channel and click like and subscribe.
You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter.
And if you want those notifications, make sure you ring the bell.
Bing bing.